Garage Podcast, and I'm your host, Stevie G. What's up? I'm here alongside my co-host, Derek Blackwell. Say what's up, brother.
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? All right, so
I'm back.
he is back. Everybody's been asking about him. He's back. So look, this episode, we're gonna go over a couple things that went down this week, give you an update, and then also the whole title of this thing is gonna be top 10 tools you should buy first when getting into working on cars. Doesn't matter, mechanic, technician, enthusiast, just getting started, need tools to work on a vehicle. That's what we're going to do, top 10. So let's get it. So anyway,
So we're going to talk about the Talon?
yeah, so drove all the way down to Edinburgh.
Yeah, you ain't even told me about it yet. You ain't told me about nothing. I've seen things on Facebook, and it took me like 6 days to even see the shit on Facebook. It only took you 2 to get down there, so what the hell happened?
Yeah, my bad, bro. So,
You know I live in BFE and have no internet,
Yeah.
so...
but you knew about me going to get it though for a while,
I
right?
did, yes.
Okay, yeah. I thought I had announced that.
Yes.
My boy Ernest Amar, hooked me up with that. So that was cool. Yeah, he was like, man, he's like, where do you live? And I gave him my coordinates because I haven't seen him since UTI, man, back in 2011. So it's been 10 years, almost 10 years. Sent him the coordinates. He was like, dude, he's like, that's like 500 and something miles. It's like 8 hours. He's like, man, you can come get the car. He's like, that's a trip for you. And I said, I didn't blow him off, but I was like, it wasn't a blow off. It was just more like man, I don't know if it's worth it for me. You know what I mean? That's a trip, whatever. And then I just kept looking at that one car.
It's a free car, man. It's
Yeah,
worth it.
free car. And like, I kept looking at that that Instagram page, 4G63T Addict, that red.
Mm-hmm.
First gen. I
First-gen.
kept looking at it, man. I was like, man, that's what I want. Because I was big on the second gen. I was like, that's what I want. So, anyway, I had a dream about it. Woke up, and I was like, you know what, I'm going. And so
now you got the first gen. I'm gonna get the second gen.
Okay, get you a second gen. I can see you rolling a second gen, man.
Because I've always wanted. I told you I always wanted. You were talking about the Mitsubishi. You wanted the second gen Mitsubishi. I was like, man, I always wanted the Talons.
Dude, the Talons are clean too. I'm in love with the Talons.
I always liked the Talons more than the Eclipse.
I like the spoiler on the second gen Talons because it's real up close. You know what I'm talking about? It's different. But anyway, so I said, I'm gonna make it happen. I hit up my brother-in-law Reed, and I was like, dude, look, I was like, can you do it, man? Like, cause he's got that nice, badass Cummins truck, but I just don't really trust mine that long of a haul, and it beat me up on the way down there and back too. That'd be a long haul, in that truck, 60 miles an hour. He was like, yeah, man. He's like, I can do it. He was just a little bit worried about the fact that it was close to the border, and that, like crazy stuff happens down there, man, real close to the border as far as like kidnapping and all kind of crazy stuff goes down. So nothing against the border or nothing. It's just, I've had a lot of crazy incidents happen. So anyway, went down there. Took us about 9 hours or so to get down there, and picked it up. And I'd already seen videos and stuff of the vehicle, and it was just like he had described it perfect and everything. He even added stuff, like started throwing stuff in the car. Extra pair of like headlights, but they're not really headlights. They're like faux headlights.
Yeah.
But like the covers, you know what I mean? Added those. Gave me an extra sway bar, or maybe it was just a sway bar for it, but he gave me that, and some extra parts and stuff, some extra moldings for the side and everything, like just in case I wanted to paint them or whatever. But he gave me a lot of extra stuff, man, and hooked me up on that. So, but dude, it was just a long trip. It was wild, man. It was like, we left here at 6 a.m. Sunday morning, didn't get back till 4 a.m. Monday morning. So it was a trip, and yeah, it was bad. So, but anyway, the freaking Talon is here now, man. It's here, and I'm really like it. It just seems pretty crazy because it's finally here, man, and I can actually get to work on it. You know what I mean? Like,
You got a title for it?
yes.
Right on.
Oh yeah. Title and his name, everything clean and clear, good to go. So,
the title for Camaro.
yeah, you need a title for that Camaro, man, for real, so we can get to work on it. Maybe it'd just be a drag car. I don't know.
We'll add it to
So,
the pile.
Why don't you tell everybody where the hell you been, bro?
I've been in jail.
You been in jail?
Been in jail.
Don't lie to these people, man. They've been asking about you. Where's the funny guy? Where's your co-host, man?
I've never thought about me being funny. How the hell these people think I'm funny?
They love you, man. Everybody's asked about where you're at. Where's your co-host, man? You're too boring. That's what they keep saying. Steve, you're boring, man.
I can believe that.
Yeah, it's true.
I
It's
can
true.
believe
Yeah,
that.
I'm too formal, bro. But yeah, so you're the yin to my yang in this thing, man.
Yin to the yang. I like that.
Or is it yin? I don't know. Yin and yang. So yeah, where you been?
So I was just a lazy ass last time. What? We had too much rain and nobody could get nowhere. So
Oh yeah, you're talking about on
yeah.
not the 6th episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's been raining here in East Texas, and that week of the episode 6, it was flooding, and we got home late, been working late, and we just couldn't link up. And I was like, all right, man, well, I can't go to your house, you can't come to my house, and it's real late. I said, I'm just gonna throw something together real
We need
quick.
to clean up that damn shop so we can do this in the shop.
Yeah, don't shake it. Don't shake it.
Oh, I'm
Shake it
sorry.
on camera, man. Don't give these people shaking baby syndrome.
You do the same thing.
I ain't even touched
Golly, don't even.
So anyway,
So,
tangent aside,
tangent aside, I have been.
where you been?
I got to go to Nissan school, doing my electrical concepts class.
Yes. How'd you like that?
It was great. After hours.
Was it what you expected?
Pretty much, it was. It reminded me of whenever I went to tech school, like
Yeah.
whenever I went to ATI. I wasn't bougie enough to go to UTI.
Oh, okay.
Even though I'm called the bougie one.
You are the bougie one, man. You like cucumbers and peppers and stuff in your salad, bro. Come on. I'll eat the shit straight out of the bag. You don't even get a bag. You get a head of lettuce, bro. We're on 2 different levels when it comes to salads. But you don't like your motto salad. I don't get that.
No.
Anyway, that's another story.
Yeah, it is another story.
Did you learn anything?
I did, and anybody who knows me and my my mechanical skill set knows that electrical is my downfall, or not really my downfall, but it's my weakest link.
What's your weakest link, huh?
It is my weakest link, and I learned some things. I really did. Like I never knew the whole part of that after a load takes off the ground side, whenever a load uses up the battery power, what's on the ground part. That's usually going to be, half a volt or less.
Uh-huh. Around 0.3, 0.5.
Yeah. And how it usually steps down even before that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got...
Yeah, I think that's what most people don't understand about electrical, because you can tell them all day long. There's a power, there's a load, and there's a ground, but they don't realize, I don't think that they realize, and that's what makes you click, is that where does that power go on the ground side? It's like the load takes it up, the load uses it. And if you have 2 loads, it'll split that voltage. If you have 12 volts, and you put 2 loads in there, one of them's going to use 6 and the other one's going to use 6.
Well, that depends on whether you have a series or parallel circuit. Also.
Well, but I'm talking about 2 on the same circuit.
Yeah.
If you got parallel, then they're both going to use 12.
Yes.
But hey, I can get into this if y'all want to talk electrical. We could do a class, man. That'd be epic.
We could. And
So-
maybe I might even learn some more stuff. But see, now I'm actually there and can talk to you about this stuff, and I understand it.
That's what I was hoping for. I know you've been trying.
Yeah.
You've been trying. That's good, man. Electrical it's key, man. It really is. It's real simple. It's just you got to break that barrier to where you get into there and you start learning. You got to really understand the basics first.
I did. I got kind of discouraged my first day because you got to get 80 or better on tests, and I made 75 on my first one. I was the only one in the class out of the 6 that failed their first test.
Went ahead and got that out of the way, though, right? He's like, all right, well, we're gonna get the bad grade out of the way,
and I had to do extra work because of it, and I was like a half a day behind everybody else.
and still caught him.
Next day, after that first day, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. My brain hurt. Next day, I flew through everything. All my tests, I got 90s and 100s. And
Something must have clicked.
and it just, yeah, I did. It clicked, and then whenever we got to the actual hands-on stuff, man, there wasn't no stopping me. Of course, I'm always better with hands-on stuff.
It's just more interesting, right? You actually put it to work.
Well, and whenever I got to the hands-on stuff, it was just easy.
Were there any bugs?
Like after I actually it all clicked and everything like that, just he could have thrown anything at me, and I think I could have got it.
Yeah, that's good.
You know,
That's good. They were bug cars, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty fun, right? Chasing or to me, man, that's my favorite thing. Is to figure out what's wrong with something.
Yeah, the one that took me the most time on is the one that usually takes the most time. The one that took everybody's time was the blown fuse.
Yeah.
On the maximum.
Which seems like it should be simple, right?
Because of the whole symptomatic thing was whenever the customer steps on the brake, the fuse blows.
Yeah.
And so I had to figure out where the short to ground was. And everybody was stumped on that, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this. And I think I got it faster than anybody else did, but what got me down was I unplugged all the lights.
Yeah.
And it still wanted to blow. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Because it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because I knew that I had my joint connector, and I unplugged my joint connector and did it, and the fuse didn't blow. So I had it on the back side, you know?
Yeah.
On my load side, and not my power side. So, of that joint connector, and I was like, what the hell's going on? And then I went too fast. I fucking thought I was unplugging the brake light that was in the little glass by the shade.
Yeah.
And I wasn't unplugging the light. I was actually unplugging the shade.
Oh, you're doing the wrong one. Yeah.
And the light was actually on the inside.
That can happen. Yeah.
And as soon as I unplugged that one, well, that ruled everything out, because all the rest of them, I knew right then that was where my short was.
Right.
But I still got it pretty quick.
Yeah.
I was only one of my class got the bonus question right.
Oh, nice. Right on.
So.
Well, good, man. It looks like you're picking it up. I like that.
So that's what
it's important, man. I feel like a lot of technicians sleep on the electrical game. You know what I mean?
Man, any more you can, because that's what it's all about now, man. Yeah. That's what it's all about. You can sit there and freaking do transmissions all day long and do them fast as hell and rack up your hours, but I mean, it's just pure.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to do electrical, man, I mean,
yeah,
you're gonna be stuck.
Yeah, it's gonna serve you in the long run if you understand it. So the other day, or was it today or yesterday, that you came up to me, like after all them posts I've been making about my new car, he came up to me and was like, dude, I got a question.
It was yesterday.
He came up to me and he was like, dude, I've got one question. And I was like, what? And I thought it was going to be about a car, and I guess it was, but
it was.
It's like, what is a DSM?
Yes.
So
talking about the talent, he said, everybody's talking about, welcome to the DSM family. There's the DSM I've been talking about. What the hell is a DSM?
All right, well, it's Diamond Star Motors is what it stands for. And it's when the joiner happened with Mitsubishi and Chrysler. They got together, and that's when they made that suite of cars, man. Which I think is like literally sweet in the other matter. Like
they are, yeah.
3000 GT, Dodge Stealth, like they came together, made that. And then you have which was like a three-way. It was the
Talon, the Laser,
and the Eclipse.
And the Eclipse.
Like that, and then. Is there more? I thought there was another one I was going to bring up, but yeah. Anyway, it's the Chrysler and Mitsubishi merger together, and they predominantly were using the all-wheel drive system with the 4G63 Mitsubishi engine. So that's what makes it epic, really, because that power plant is straight out of the Evo. Did you know that?
Yes.
Straight out of the Evo. Evo 3 though, so. Kind of outdated compared to the Evos we had over here. In the Evo 8, Evo 9, Evo 10. Because they didn't come to America till Evo 8. So anything prior to the Evo 8 we didn't have in America. But the power plant and all that's in the Eclipse and the Talons comes out of the Evo 3s. So it's still a little outdated, but it's legitimately the an Evo setup basically. So, but yeah, so the Talon that I have, it's called Talon TSI all-wheel drive. It's got the 3-bolt rear end, and yeah, it's a nice setup. It's the one I want. I'm real happy about it. It's the one I was looking forward to getting. So right now I'm just looking for the parts that I do need, because it is a rolling chassis. It did come with an engine, transmission, transfer case, and a few other things. So but that suits me completely, because I'm looking to build my own engine straight up. I'm looking, I'm going to be doing different pistons, different rods, bigger turbo and all that. So it really doesn't make sense for it to come with it anyway. It makes more money sense for me to build it myself and buy what I want. So yeah, that's what's up with the Talon. So let's get into this list then, man.
Alright, I was trying to look up what there was a Mitsubishi GTO.
Yeah.
You said something about that.
Yeah.
I thought Eagle made one that was like the Dodge Stealth and the 3000 GT. I guess it was, because I was looking it up and they were talking about
because the Plymouth was a laser, right? Plymouth laser.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was Plymouth Dodge Stealth.
Yeah.
I thought there was one from Eagle that was like that, but I guess maybe not. Maybe I wasn't.
Yeah.
I'll look into it more.
Yeah. If we had internet right now, internet's down, by the way. Thank you, CenturyLink. We can search it right now on my new PC and find out for you. Because I didn't get deep into research on that, but that's something that we're working on in the podcast, is making sure we're doing deep research on the other things that we talk about. That way we don't run into issues like this. But the main body of the podcast are great, because we know, like the technician stuff and the mechanic stuff and just automotive in general, we know. We just, the specifics is kind of out there. So anyway, let's get into this tool list. Top 10 tools you should buy first when getting into working on cars. We didn't want to put the mechanic or technician name in there, because that's kind of a professional name, even though I do call people who work on their cars mechanics. So this could be for anybody. We made this list for anybody. We made it for the guy or gal that has a garage and they just want to work on their car.
Oh yeah, just to go on your thing, I'm for the technician. I'm an auto technician, not a damn mechanic.
You're for the tech. Okay, well, say it how you want to say it, man. It's just,
I'm a damn technician. I spend enough damn money to be called a technician. Okay.
Did you listen to the episode?
Do it.
Did you listen to the episode?
I did listen to the episode.
When I talk to my doctor and I tell him I'm an automotive technician, that's not what he thinks of.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
I did listen.
And then when he gave me a little props. He's like, "You're like me, but work on cars."
Yep.
He's like, "You're a doctor of cars."
I've called myself a doctor of cars too, and people look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, but it's true though, man.
It is. It is. So anyway, top 10 tools, and when I was thinking about this list, I was thinking of just your everyday Joe, because I've had all these for a long time. Yeah. And it was hard coming up with.
It was.
It was because I've been wanting to. I was wanting to put in things there that I want to go buy off the damn tool truck right now.
Yeah. So the way we split this up though is I picked 5, he picked 5, Derek picked 5, and so 2 5s equals 10, obviously, and we're gonna go down this list. But like I said, this is just to get started. Even if you're getting started as a technician or as just a person that wants to work on their car at home and doesn't want to do anything professionally with it, it's just the bare bones, like what you would need. Nothing fancy, nothing flashy. What you need for sure, without a doubt, if you're going to work on a vehicle.
Yes. So
my first one is 6-point combo wrench set, and you need the whole set. And 6-point. The reason I say 6-point is the first one and not 12-point is because 12-point is nice to have, but it's a luxury. 6-point, you're not going to have to worry about stripping out anything. If it's a real tight bolt.
Do they even make 6-point combo wrench sets?
Yeah.
All mine are 12.
They definitely make them. They just don't promote them because the 12 point is the thing.
So
now.
all mine are 12, except for my
So,
bigger ones.
Yeah.
My 32 millimeter and all those.
Yeah.
Those are 6 point.
Right. But the reason I say 6 point is like I said because 12 point gives you extra angles, different angles that you can get at a tighter bite, or not a tighter bite, but the 6 point is going to give you a better bite on the bolt, so you don't end up stripping stuff. Like I'm saying, like if this is your only set you'd buy, get a 6 point for sure, and then buy the 12 point later for convenience, because you can use both. You're definitely going to use both, but 6 point combo wrench. Combo wrench is going to be locked in on one side, open in on the other, and that just gives you the best of both worlds, and you can use it that way. You know what I mean? Best of both worlds.
You mean don't go buy the $600 Matco set that's got the 22 point whatever badass ones.
22 point. What you mean?
Yeah, the one that's got the little lip that I have, and anyway, I'm trying to be.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm lost. Anyway, 22 pointer. No, 6 point combo wrench. Get it. First thing to buy. You should get it.
Don't go buy it on the $600 one.
What's yours?
You need, because I use them all the time. You need a good ratchet. I'm not talking about go down to freaking the dollar store and get the little ratchet kit that has the little turn thing that every time I use one of them, I break the damn ratchet. No, that shit ain't happening. You gotta go, even if you go to Harbor Freight, because I myself use a Harbor Freight ratchet. My ratchet is from Harbor Freight.
You do?
The 3/4.
Pittsburgh?
My 3/8, yes, I have a 3/8 Pittsburgh. Looks just like a Snap-on, and I have only broke one. And I had that one for damn near 5 years before I broke it.
Wow.
So I do.
That's pretty good.
I do use.
It's pretty good for how cheap they are.
Yes. Yeah. It's only it was $25, I think.
Yeah.
If even that.
Wow. So believe it or not, there are some cheap brands out there that are reliable.
And that's another thing I was going to get whenever I listened to your last podcast is most Harbor Freight tools, hand tools at least, are a lifetime warranty.
Oh, okay.
They are all lifetime warranty. So
yeah, I'm just thinking about how many times you might break it versus.
And there are some things that I won't buy at Harbor Freight. Yeah. Because they break.
So here's the
like
thing.
wobble sockets. You don't buy wobble sockets from Harbor Freight.
Let me add on to what you got going on with the good ratchet and socket set. You can get that Pittsburgh ratchet if you want, but make sure the sockets are name brand. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. I've tested it time and time again. Snap-on specifically, their sockets are way tighter than any other socket out there. You don't strip, and I've tested this. I've test fitted it. I've got a 10 millimeter 3/8 long socket that I will only buy from Snap-on.
Really?
Because the other ones are not as tight. We checked them. They're like I'm not trying to strip on those juke timing chains. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Yeah.
So,
yeah, I remember you let me use that one actually.
Yeah. So that's what I got.
But unless you're going to do something like that, until I bought my Matco set that I bought the other day, whenever I bought my whole new socket, I told you I was going all silver.
Yeah.
And then that's another thing that you need to go. Well, we'll talk about that later. about impact sockets and non-impact sockets.
Right. Yeah.
There is a difference. There's a difference.
Yeah. There's a difference.
But
anyway.
I use Harbor Freight impact sockets.
Yeah.
And my 1/2 inch ones that I have,
Yeah.
I've had them for going on 6 years now.
Right.
And I've never broke one or nothing like that, and they will replace them for free.
Yeah.
I bought this freaking $1,200 Cornwell set back about 7 years ago.
Yeah.
It came with everything, man. $1,200.
Wow.
And it was all sockets.
Jeez.
And within the first 6 months, I went through. Back then, I was working on diesels, old school diesels. So
Okay.
I used standards
Mm-hmm.
a lot, and I went through 3 3/4 inch sockets.
Wow.
In 6 months. They broke. The sons of bitches broke the deep ones. So
That's wild.
name it all. I guess it depends too. You
Yeah.
know, it all depends on what their cast. Because I've had name brand ones break on me, and the cheap ones that don't,
Yeah.
and vice versa. So anyway,
So yeah. All right. Well, on to the next one. My number 2 is going to be get you a good set of pliers / channel locks because you're going to use them. Just, I mean, hose clamps, pulling off connectors. If you know what you're doing, be careful, please.
Yes.
Pulling off connectors, just anything. You might need to grab something. They just come in handy. It's just another one of those tools that is required. And I got in here in asterisks, I guess you could say, Nipix.
Nipix. I thought about something else now that we're talking about this that I guess could go in this. Dikes. We need some dikes.
Yeah.
Dikes.
Usually those are included in a.
Yeah, you're right, in a plier set.
Yeah. But yeah. And the other thing though is if you can get by with a cheap plier set.
You can. Yes.
But your dikes, I would go a little bit more expensive on dikes just because.
I used to use cheap until I bought my Nipix. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
Until I bought them,
Yeah.
I did have a cheap
Nipix is worth the hype. I'm telling you, the money, like the hype is real. It's actually legit, and they're on a different level compared to anything else out there as far as that goes. Yeah, I might sound like a brand snob, but I'm just telling you, I've tried a bunch out there.
I mean, everybody's got a brand snob. I mean,
Yeah.
we all got the brand that we like.
Yeah, for sure, and that's another thing that I like about the mechanic culture is like there's just so many different types of people out there that like different things. I think that's why there's so many different tool companies in business.
You got some guys that swear by Snap-on, and you
That's
got,
all they'll use.
You got the people like me that I don't give a shit about Snap-on because
Yeah.
I can go buy Matco shit that's half the price and it's just as good.
Some people care about price, and then you got people like me that like I try to find the best of each brand. Like I've got Mac wrenches, and then I've got Matco ratcheting wrenches, and then I've got just all kinds of different brands. I'll only do Snap-on for impact sockets, and I use Matco for my air tools. So just all kind of different stuff. But yeah, back on that, get you a good plier set with some dikes and channel locks. You need it. If you don't get it and you start a project, you're gonna go out and buy them. So you might as well go ahead and get them. What's your number 2?
My number 2, get you a good screwdriver set. You were gonna need screwdrivers.
Yeah.
You were gonna need screwdrivers. It's just, especially if you're gonna do any kind of interior work.
Yeah.
I'll go. We didn't really put this on there, but nowadays, if you're gonna do any kind of interior work, you're gonna probably need Torx.
Yeah. Yeah. So Torx. Some of those will come in a kit, but you might get them separate. But they are screwdrivers. You do Torx and Phillips and just regular screwdriver.
Just flathead.
And
if anybody don't know what Torx are, they're the little star bits.
Yeah. People call them 6-point stars and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what a Torx is. And what I mean, you got a kit. You get them in a set.
Yeah.
But you can get them all shapes and sizes, links, and everything else. So you may have to get those per application. But a good set will give you a good variety. What do you say?
Yeah.
So.
It will.
But that's you can't say a whole lot about screwdrivers. Everybody's used a screwdriver at least once, but you gotta have them.
And that's the way, like I said, the screwdriver set, a Torx screwdriver set. They come in screwdrivers, even though I do have most of mine are sockets.
Sockets.
Because I have a master
Yes.
set.
Yeah. That's like the next level convenience.
But that comes. That's a $400 set.
That comes with your add-on. Yeah. Eventually down the road, it's gonna help you in convenience. But like I said in that previous one. Start out with the bare bones and then add your convenience in there.
Yes.
But you're definitely going to want to get that later.
Yep.
Blue Point's got a great kit for that, don't
Yes, they do. That's about the only Snap-on thing that I will.
That Snap-on guy's been hounding me about getting those because
man, they're fucking badass, man. And they're actually reasonable price. Is the reason I bought them from because they have
that kit, man.
That's the best kit out there.
It's got everything.
I've even researched it between Matco and Mac and Cornwell.
Yeah,
Cornwell's got a set that almost matches it, but no.
Quality wise,
no, and it's more expensive than the Snap-on. I can't believe I'm saying that. That Snap-on's actually cheaper about something, but yes. Okay, let's go.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right, so my number 3. This is probably gonna blow everybody out of the water. They're probably gonna be surprised,
especially when we find out how much we spend on ours.
Yes. Get you a good quality flashlight.
Yes.
Please, because it doesn't matter how much light you got in the room. Let's say you're working just in your garage. It doesn't matter how much light you got there. You need something you can put right on what you're looking at, because there's just never enough light. There's always something shadowing. You just can't see. You just can't see it.
We work in a very well lighted shop.
Yeah, we're very well lit shop, and still I've got 3 or 4 different flashlights that I use every day.
Yep.
And
3 or 4.
Yeah. I love that Snapple one, man. Those
You
switchblade.
just bought that one. I might have to get me one of those.
Man, you can set it up.
I'm always looking for my damn
Yeah,
flashlight.
it's got magnets on it so you can put it where you want it. But I've got one that I use every day. It's in my bag. I'll go get it, but I put it in this pocket right here, and it's a hand flashlight. And I use it every day. I mean, I use it all day, every day. If I don't have it on any given day, I'm upset.
Oh yes, me too. When I can't find my flashlight, I'm like, what the hell?
It's those 2 things, that and a screwdriver. That's not on the list, but a pocket screwdriver. If I don't have those on me, man, I'm done for the day pretty much. I use those every day. So anyway, get you a good flashlight. You don't have to spend a lot on it right away. You can get a decent one, but I'm saying eventually get you a nice flashlight. And yes, there are tiers to it. Some people don't believe it. There are tiers to it. The flashlights that we buy are around $200.
Yep.
So it's rechargeable. Yeah, you're probably like, what? Yeah.
And it is a badass flashlight.
And it's worth it. Now I'm talking about bright.
Oh yeah.
You can't get this at Walmart. You can't get this at Harbor Freight or Northern Tool. You're not going to get this kind of light. Nothing compares to it. They don't care.
The streamlights of the
Most people think $40 is expensive for a flashlight.
We've had, I think, $200.
Streamlight is the brand. You can't beat it. There's not another brand out there that can beat that, in my opinion.
Nope.
So, just giving you opinions on brands, right? That's what we're doing here.
Streamlight, they're worth it, but if you don't want to spend $200, a lot of people, especially whenever my girlfriend found out how much I spent on my flashlight, she's like, "Oh my god,
yeah,
it's a flashlight."
Yeah.
Well, you don't understand.
Oh yeah, my wife almost killed him when she found out I lost 2.
I've lost.
So technically I've lost 3 because I lost 1.
I've lost 2.
I lost 1 same day. Went and borrowed Pete's because he was in class, and lost his same day.
Lost Pete's. That's terrible.
And he had one of the big stingers.
Yeah.
And I lost it. And I was being careful with it because I didn't want to lose it because I was already gun shy of using his tool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I don't recommend it, man. Don't borrow people's tools. Dude.
I went over and Pete, if you're listening, I did borrow your pressure test. Your pressure test kit.
Your coolant pressure tester?
Yes, I did. Because I wasn't going to go get the old man after he told me it went to 100 psi.
Yeah. Number 3, what you got?
What do I have? Oh, pry bars. Pry bars will, yes. I use pry bars almost on daily.
Yeah.
On daily. Somehow, some way.
Yeah, they just help, right?
And there are many different pry bars. I don't use my Ladyfoots as much as I used to. I remember like back in the day, man, when I was first starting, especially I guess working on the big diesels that I did, those Ladyfoot pry bars.
Line up and stuff.
Those Ladyfoot pry bars were that was the thing I wanted. And now I have some cheap ones that I never use them.
Yeah, you never even think about it, right?
I never use them. I just use my regular pry bars, even though I do use my freaking like 4-foot one all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are the ones. Well, man, the littler ones that I got, I can't really. You can't get axles out with those.
Yeah.
You got to get the long one.
Yeah. So yeah, there's several types. There's some that are angled, and then there's some that are straight on, like a big flathead screwdriver.
Yes.
And then also you've got some that have the metal end on them where you can hammer.
Yep.
So I usually just go like I've got the best of both worlds. I got the angled one with the hammer end. I don't find much use for the straight on one. You know what I mean? Not in this field.
No.
It's okay, but you need that extra pry on there.
Yeah.
So if that makes sense, that fulcrum point has changed.
And it's like a crowbar. It's a crowbar end without the when it's got a handle on it.
Yeah, it's got a handle. So yeah, the pry bars are huge. You're probably not gonna use it every day. He says he uses it every day. I know I do because it helps. Even things you wouldn't think about it definitely helps, man. Like,
of course.
It makes your life easier. You can probably get by without them, but it makes your life way easier.
They might not use it every day because they don't do heavy line shit.
Yeah, true. Depends on what you're doing, but definitely you need that in your toolbox as one of the top 10 right off the bat.
What you got, Stevie?
My number 4 is a breaker bar. I'm saying this because there's going to be those tight bolts that you can't get loose with your good ratchet or your 6-point combo wrench. You're going to need to use those sockets from your socket set and put them on a breaker bar. And, they start out at probably, this length or so. Get you a good size one, that way you can get on it. Because there's going to be some tight ones that you can't get loose with these other hand tools. And if you don't have any kind of air tools or any kind of impacts, you definitely need a breaker bar to get loose.
And some cheater pipes, and make sure you get a good one. He was like doing the links, and I was like, man, ain't nobody can see us, but I forgot you got eyes on us now.
Yeah, we're being videoed.
We got Big Brother going on.
Yeah, exactly. So you can change sizes. Sorry, if you're listening to the podcast, you can start out. I think they've even got them down to 10-inch breaker bars, but I don't know what we're doing there. Like, let's not play with that. Get you at least a foot and a half.
I think I got a 14-inch one. I don't ever use it.
But
never use it. Of course, I have impacts.
We don't use it a whole lot. I still use mine every now and then, but I actually have a 3/8 ratcheting head one that I use a lot now. That I consider it a breaker bar, even though it's a ratcheting head. But the reason we're saying this is because it's bare bone tools. If you don't have impacts and stuff, you need that to break heavy torque stuff loose.
Yes.
So, on to you with the number
My
4.
number 4.
What you got?
Probably kind of goes with pry bars. You need a BFH, and anybody don't know what a BFH is? The big fucking hammer.
A big fucking hammer.
And there's always the little laugh of mechanic if you can't fix it, get a bigger hammer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can't fix it, get a bigger hammer.
That is probably and also that the best tool in a mechanic's toolbox is their hammer. It's very true. It's very true.
It's important. You gotta have it to get some things are just seized together and you gotta have it. I will say this though, this is just a little tech tip. He says if it's, a lot of technicians say if it's not working out or whatever, you use a bigger hammer. My grandfather was the antagonist of that, or the opposite. He said that if you're forcing it too much, then you're not doing it right.
Yes, that is also true.
So finesse. So I'm always a finesse guy. He's kind of like a power guy. So we are kind of.
I finesse too. It depends on what we're working on. I always say that's
the application. Right?
That's the joke. That's always the joke. The mechanic joke. If you can't do it, you ain't got a big enough hammer.
Right.
Which it depends on what you're working on. If you're working taking apart an engine, of course you don't want to freaking, if you can't get something off, prime something off, man, it ain't coming off.
Yeah.
Don't pry on it no more. You ain't got a bolt.
Yeah, make sure you're checking, obviously.
But whenever you got ball joints, and the sons of bitches won't come out.
The bolts out there, you need to hammer that thing.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So
just beat the shit out of it.
It makes life easier. It's just like the pry bars. It makes life easier.
Yes.
You gotta have it.
Yes.
So my number 5, this kind of goes on to the breaker bar thing, but air impact. Okay. So like if you have the air impact, you don't need the breaker bar as much, but you still could use it for like turning crankshafts and stuff like that. But so air impact. If you have air, this is for people. This is for people that have a compressor in their garage, or like I said, they're starting to build their tool set for a shop that they're trying to start, or not start, but go to as a technician or mechanic. So, but you need that air impact. You can use it. I go with a 1/2 inch. Go with a 1/2 inch, and you can get the 3/8 and stuff later. But the 1/2 inch is going to save you if you do have a shop with air. Like I said, it's going to save you a lot of time and a lot of heartache, because that breaker bar is still a pain in the butt to get into places, and also to get stuff loose in certain situations where that impact is like just comes right off, and it just
pulling a harmonic balancer with a breaker bar.
Yeah, good luck. You're gonna have to have some kind of other force, but impact just like the word says, it impacts and it knocks it loose. So very important. If you're, like I said, if you're in a shop or you have air, this is like, right there with the 6-point combo wrench. You need to go ahead and get this too.
You do. unless you're bougie, you can afford electric ones.
Yes.
Electric impacts are.
And so adding on to that, your number 5.
My number 5 is my little screw gun impact.
Yeah, electric impact.
We have one right here, actually. Now that people can see us.
Yeah.
This. It's like a screw gun, but mine is a DeWalt. And then you can put actual. Oh, you got attachments.
Yeah, I've got different attachments.
You got anvils on there? You got an anvil?
Not in this one.
Nope,
actually.
you don't. But actually, I have a DeWalt one that's just like this, and it has the 3/8 anvil. So
But I've actually got anvils here.
there you go. So these are the anvils, and that's what I use it for. Is my 3/8 is just like a
You can attach your sockets.
electric 3/8 impact.
Yeah.
And man,
This makes your life easier.
Made
for
my
Steve.
life so much easier.
Yeah.
So much easier. You talk about using on a daily. This hardly ever comes out of my hand when I'm working.
Yeah, I use mine every day on there.
I mean, I walk around with it most days.
So here's the deal with that. When you get one of those, that screwdriver set's going to sit. It's going to sit. You're going to use it sometimes, but you're not going to use it near as much now. Same thing with your ratchet and stuff. Like, you're not going to use those tools as much, but you still need them. They need to be in that toolbox. So, but this is one of those life make easier, but one of the first ones. One of the first ones that you need to get.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because they're not expensive. Those aren't expensive as the actual impact.
You feel, and you feel an instant, like, you feel speed pickup. You feel.
Oh yeah. Like I said, it
you
makes
feel like your life is
a lot easier.
Like, it's instant. It's like instant gratification that it's helping. Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's the top 10. We would really like it if you tell us which one you have and which one you think you need to get. If you have any of these 10.
Or if there's anything that you use on a daily that we didn't put on here, that you're like, you dumbasses, y'all forgot this.
Yeah, like, we'd like to know.
Because,
what did we miss?
Because we were struggling coming up with this list.
We really were, because
and we do this for a living.
We do this for a living, and we try to make it more complex than it is. I mean, it really comes down to a few tools, to be honest.
Yeah, it is, because I mean.
And after that, it's what? After that, it's what? Just convenience. Like,
it's convenience, exactly. It's convenience.
That's what I was telling them in the
last one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you just start adding on convenience.
If it's all about, whenever you get the basics, it's all about convenience.
Yeah. And so,
because you're gonna, especially working on flat rate, convenience.
Time is money, right?
Time is money, and convenience is the key.
Yeah, you don't want to be frustrated the whole time. So, but the thing I want to say is that make sure, like, on the certain things, it's sets. Screwdriver set, ratchet and socket set, wrench set. Get your set, especially if you're building your toolbox. What I mean by building your toolbox is you're putting the tools in your box and you're building a kit so that you can work on anything. This is specifically to the technician and mechanic world. You need to get the sets. I made the mistake when I was starting out. I did get a nice set of things, but I made the mistake of buying specifics, because each brand has like specific sizes that they use on sockets and stuff. I made a mistake of buying just the individual sockets when really I should have bought the set. So spent more money in the long run because I ended up buying the set anyway, and then I had extra sockets. So just buy the sets, because you're eventually going to use them anyway. You know, you think you may only be working on that Toyota, you know what I mean? But you know, your sister, your brother, somebody, some relative, some family, some friend is going to need you to help them do something if they know you're mechanically inclined, and it may be a different size or a different shape. So get your stuff in sets.
When you buy sets, get like 3 extra 10 millimeters, 13 millimeters, and 15 millimeters.
Yeah. Yeah, and he says 15, but we don't use it much 15 in Nissan. But 15 is a big size.
You don't
for
need
Dodges and stuff, right?
Yeah, and Chevys.
Yeah.
Just 15 millimeters. Yeah.
But across the board, 10 millimeter, everybody uses, and it's one of those things that wears out. So over time, because you use it a lot. So, but yeah, so that pretty much wraps up the top 10 tools you should get. We do have an announcement to make. Cars and Coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, March 8th at 9 a.m. That's being put on by Lavish Blends and the barbers there, Kenny and AD, and just that whole group there is putting on a sweet car meet at March 8th at 9 a.m. So the last one, we talked about it on the podcast. It was pretty epic. Wish you would have made it, but he's going to be at the next one, aren't you, Derek?
I'm going to be at the next one, Derek.
All right, he's going to be at the next one, and it's going to be sweet. We're going to have a good time. So
we are.
9 a.m. Hopefully Dunkin' Donuts will be ready this time, and their ovens won't break down this time.
Yeah, you can get some food. We might get a coffee and some food.
Food and coffee, and if you see us out there, hit us up. You know, say what's up.
Yeah.
So let's hit them off with the question of the day. And I came up with this one. It was just kind of something that was on my mind. Will Mitsubishi ever make another sports car? You tell me. Also tell me what you think it'll be. Will they come back out with an Evolution? Will they come out with an Eclipse? I mean, come on. Will they come back out with a 3000
It's
GT?
not gonna happen. I hate to say it, but it's not gonna.
3000 GT, man. Hit the market.
I would love to actually see, 3000 GT come back out.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
So,
It's that was the first one to go, was
Yeah.
a 3000 GT,
Yeah.
and I don't know why, because I always thought it was when the 3000 GT came out and the 300, the 300ZX, they came out about the same time, and I was like, damn man, these are import cars, and they look like Ferraris, man.
Yeah,
you know,
dude.
they're next level.
sweet looking, man.
Yeah.
Like, 90s was on a level, man.
They were.
Cars-wise, in my opinion.
But
And we've kind of got away from that.
I don't think they're going to. I hate to bust his bubble. I really don't think Mitsubishi's going to come. Because, I mean, the last sports car they did have, the Eclipse, they made it into a damn SUV.
It's an SUV now.
So, I'm...
But here's my hopes. Mitsubishi, all-wheel drive, 4-cylinder turbo car. Please.
If they do come back out
Please.
with one, it would probably... I'd probably say it'd probably be the Evo, man.
Yeah.
Because that was their biggest one, you know, with all the power
Yeah.
and everything.
Here's going to shock everybody right here. I think that what they're going to do is they're going to come out with like everybody else is doing right now, they're going to come out with a e-car. But it's going to be a sports car.
Think so?
I think that's what they're going to do. That's
Think
your car,
so?
sports car.
That'd be alright.
Because everybody's trying to get in that game now.
Especially
right?
if they could come out with one that equals the damn Tesla, the Tesla S.
Yeah.
If it equals that, because I want one of those really bad.
Yeah.
A 102, or a 120, a
Yeah.
120S. Damn, I want one of those bad.
You want a Tesla? I didn't know that. We'll have to talk about that.
Yes, and then they have then they come out with the new sporty. I don't remember what it is.
Like the 0 to 60 in like, what is it, 2 seconds? Something
It
like
does
that?
0 to 60 in 1.3.
That's what it is. That is insane, bro. That's talking about whiplash.
1.3 seconds.
That's
Yes, it is fast. It
that's
looks,
top fuel time.
It looks badass too, man.
That's
it don't,
insane.
It don't look like the sedan, even though the 120S sedan it does 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's that electric motor torque.
Oh
man.
yeah,
it's just there.
just instant.
Doesn't have to build.
But yeah, that new sports car they got is fucking badass. Yeah, I've wanted a Tesla because of that instant power.
Yeah,
Whenever I see them smoking Lamborghinis, I'm like, oh, I want one.
it's wild, man.
I want one.
It's insane.
But yes, that would be awesome. That if Mitsubishi came out with something like that, and you know, it was within the consumer price range instead of $120,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
It's
the
not what I
Teslas
want.
are.
It's not what I want. I want a gas engine, but I think that's what they're gonna do. That's just my prediction. Come back and check on this, see if I'm right or wrong. But yeah, let us know. Will they or will they not come out with another sports car? So that concludes the Seamless Garage podcast, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Later.
Later.